This game is classified by many as one of the best movement shooter games of all time. And because that, it has garnered a huge fan base and is very passionate, which has made me very nervous to review this game. But here we are. Let's do a review of Titanfall 2. Now, like all the rest of my reviews, I like to start off by reading what the game describes itself as, so we can just have that out there. At the edge of the frontier, a Titan and a common foot soldier are unexpectedly thrown together in a desperate attempt to prevent a catastrophic event. Titanfall 2 is about a rifleman named Jack Cooper given a Titan, a big robot that is there to help or inflict trouble. As a rifleman, he does not have a pilot's certification, which does not help his situation. But the Titan, named BT-7274, does not give up on their relationship and continues to fight the IMC forces led by Apex Predator Blisk with Jack Cooper. Jack Cooper, a rifleman in the militia, aspires to one day become a pilot on the front lines of the war against the IMC. Cooper's training is cut short when an attack on the IMC-held planet of Typhon is underway. In the initial battle, the Apex Predators, led by Brisk, who are assisting the IMC, mortally wounded Cooper's mentor, Captain Lamosa, and incapacitated his Vanguard class Atlas Titan BT-7274. As his final actions as captain, Lamosa transfers authorization of BT to Cooper. After restoring power to the damaged Titan, BT explains Lamosa's special mission, Special Operations 217, to rendezvous with Major Anderson and assist in the completion of their original assignment. That's just a basic story thing. Alright, nothing too crazy there. Okay, so that's just the basic reading of it. So I thought I should start this off by discussing my personal experience with Titanfall 2 and how I felt about the game. So I struggled a lot with the game. It felt like I didn't have that movement needed for the game, so it felt like a lot of the times I'd be standing there shooting like most shooter games, and because of that, that's not how the game's meant to be. There'd be times where I'd be in a fight, and after 2 or 3 shots, I'm dead, or close to dead, gray vision, stuff like that. And it was the same way with Titan boss fights. I would sit there and pretty much just straight shoot at the other Titan and hope that I would win, and most times I didn't, alright? And that was an aspect of the game that I just struggled with. I started off with the gauntlet, I sucked at the gauntlet, and then after that, it just felt like my movement wasn't there. Towards the end of the game, I started to pick it up with jumping and stuff like that, but I never had that amazing movement that a lot of other Titanfall players have, which I do think contributed to the fact that I didn't get as much joy from the game, because it is a movement shooter, and I felt like me personally did not get into the movement, because I feel like there wasn't a tutorial on how to get the movement. It didn't explain it. It was kind of like here's this concept, here's a playground to do what you want, aka the gauntlet, and have fun. And then they kind of just let you loose. They didn't really explain how to get those good speeds. They didn't train you up to get those good speeds. And maybe that's just me being in the learning curve here. But I felt like I never got the movement down. I felt like there wasn't really a way to get the movement down without going back and grinding or whatever, I really feel like the game didn't provide me with the opportunity. Now, if I were to look at shooting, I pretty much knew what to expect going into this game shooting-wise. I originally came from Apex Legends, and a lot of these games are a lot of these guns were very similar to Apex Legend guns. Like the R301 is called the R201, but both of them are very reliable and very consistent fast firing. Same thing with the Spitfire. I think it's the same name in Titanfall, but I don't know off the top of my head. So a lot of those guns I was able to just use my knowledge off of Apex Legends. I was able to copy it over to Titanfall. They had a good variety of guns. I won't complain. They had snipers, they had assault rifles, they had LMGs, they had pistols. They had a little bit of everything, okay? They had a pistol that was a sniper, the Wingman, which, oh my gosh, I can't even tell you how many multiplayer times I've died. Alright, they had a smart pistol, which pretty much just shot your enemies through you. That was a lot of fun on that one mission. Okay, so the game, they did have a variety of guns. It wasn't customizable like Call of Duty per se, but it had a huge variety of guns, so I feel like you didn't need that customization. Wait, it is customizable. Take that back. Yeah, multiplayer, I think you can customize scopes and whatever. I think that's about the extent of it. I might be wrong though. Don't quote me on that. Anyways, so that's how I feel about shooting. Multiplayer, I do really love. Let me rephrase that. Love is a strong word. I enjoy multiplayer. One of the things I struggle with multiplayer is just the simple fact that I really can't deal with the learning curve. I'm going up against level like 150 players sometimes, and it's just not fair. Like this, the other day I went up against this guy, and he like had, I want to say 5,000 points ahead of everybody else. Like he was insane. It would be like I would spawn in, and he would just destroy me, no matter how I attacked him. Like there was one time, 3 of my teammates, like me and 2 other people, went and attacked him, and he managed to kill us all. All right, and it's just like. And it's a dedicated fan base. You gotta respect the game because they have that dedicated fan base. Now, story mission wise, I do feel kind of sad with the story mission. I feel like it was like every mission had like a mini boss type thing. You know, there were small pieces to find in it, but it kind of reminded me of like Lego games. Like the story missions were cool within their own aspect, but I felt like it was rushed. I felt like it was like, oh, my guy's dead. Let me take my Titan. Let me take his Titan so we can get back to. Oh, we're with the rest of the group. Oh, we're now fighting off the. Oh, whole big explosion thing. We blew up like the worst, the big bad guy. And no, it was like, oh, 10 missions. We're done. I think it was like 10 or 12 missions is the entirety of the game, and there were 10 or 12 good missions. They were very quality over quantity type missions. I just wish that they kept the quality up with the quantity. And there's some questions to be left unanswered, you know. Jack Cooper got invited into the Apex games. What could that mean for Apex? Why did the bad guy have it? Where is the head bad guy now? We never beat him. We don't know where he is. What's still going on with the war, you know? There's plenty more questions to be answered with the game that there is potential for a sequel. Don't get me wrong. And I will definitely play the sequel. I'm just saying, in my opinion, the game itself, I think it's one of those situations of a fan base overhyping a game more so than it deserves, you know. And I'm not trying to be like a jerk here, and don't get all angry at me. That's just how I feel. All right, and please don't execute me because of that. All right, but I know you guys watch this to figure out, oh, should I buy this game or not? I would say yes. All right, I bought this game for $3, and it was worth every penny of it. Okay. And you can find it cheap anywhere, and the nice thing about it is there's no DLCs, okay? It's one of those few games where you don't have to buy anything post. There might be skins, but I don't think so. I think it's just you buy the game, you have it, okay? So, me personally, I would say this is a buy game, alright? This game is very popular in the movement shooter community. Very popular. It's very much so one-of-a-kind game. There's games that follow trying to succeed it, but nothing quite like it. And it's like, it's the head of its type of game. I mean, like I said, there's some games I've tried to recreate it, but it is the top of a type of game. Alright. From having a Titan to moving and just destroying people, it's very popular, and it's a very interesting game, and one that is an experience I think you should experience. So I would say this is a let's play. I would say this isn't a God tier must play. I'm saying it's a let's play, like a 4 out of 5 type rating. Okay. Thank you for watching. Alright, if you want, go check out some of my other reviews or some gameplay videos or really anything on the channel. Just stay around for a little bit. If not, no biggie. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.